the Baptist Amah Foundation. Yes, we have them right here in the studio, and they are going to be talking to us about their foundation and what the foundation is doing to uplift the living conditions of people, especially children and the vulnerable. I have right here the CEO of the foundation, Baptist Amah Foundation himself. Baptist Amah, it's good to have you join us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I also have here in the studio Shanice Esan, who is a partner of the foundation. It's good to have you join us here.
Thank you for having us.
This year, a special one, the Baptist Amah Foundation will be cooking here live, right?
Yes.
We'll be cooking here live here in NTA on the 27th of May 2025 to celebrate the Children's Day. How is that for you?
To throw more light on what children's need, children's challenges, and their challenges. Of course, we know the challenges kids go through: hunger, lack of access to education. Which NTA, prominently featured during the Virtue Children's paper presentation. Which, of course, children came in, presented their papers, gave their own perspective. So we're also able to, pick through what these kids need, from what they said that day, which was very inspiring to me, to us, the foundation. And then we say, okay, we want to be part of this collaboration, to do what we know how to do best, cooking and feeding these kids and putting, smiles on their faces on that day. So that's why we're here. Wow. Her foundation, the Baptist Amah Foundation, in collaboration with the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, did wonders during the Children's Day celebration last week, being what the foundation knows how to do best. To see all of this, do not skip the video. Bringing the plight of children to the front burner couldn't have been at a better time. It's unacceptable in the midst of plenty to have over 10 million out-of-school children and 15 million living on the streets, struggling to survive, suffering neglect, and sometimes going without food for days. We indeed are bringing to the front burner the plights and the struggles and neglects of these children, who they say they are the bedrock of any society and the leaders of tomorrow. Like I always say, if a society cannot help the many who are poor, can also not save the few who are rich. Because for neglecting these children today, they become a time bomb waiting to happen tomorrow.
Of course, what you have just watched was the collaboration we had with the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, last week. That's what we do. And so we are also using this opportunity to, solicit for support and partnership to expand our impact of touching lives, and also to cover a wide range of humanitarian and community service. We must take the issue of hunger and hardship, especially on vulnerable persons like the children and other at-risk individuals, very seriously. The government safety net programs, to say the very least, is skewed and sometimes with political coloration. Otherwise, why do we have over 10 million out-of-school children and 13 million living on the street, struggling to survive? If government intervention safety net programs were that effective, enough of these rhetorics, enough of always using the spotlight to glamorize poverty, and let's stop playing politics with these things, because this number is real.
Just watch the video of our collaborations with the NTA on our humanitarian, service giving back to the society as part of our corporate social responsibility.
Since we came here, we've been following the process of your preparation, and we've seen that all you do is use natural things to make your food. What does this mean to you on the consumers?
Okay, according to African history, we effortlessly consume those things that we need for health, for strength, and also for happiness. You see, all food provide great benefits to our bodies and bring us in harmony with nature. This is the dream of Baptist Nature Kitchen and also Baptist Amah Foundation. We provide African meals using ancient recipes the same way our early ancestors did. You see, I've gone into research to know that what is causing a lot of sicknesses today and a lot of diseases is caused by what we take into our system. So because of that, we decided to use natural ingredients natural spices to cook so that it provides benefits to our bodies.
And that's the face behind the foundation himself, the Baptist Amah himself, talking to NTA, giving reason why he prefers using natural ingredients in making all the nutritious food for the children.
Our foundation is focusing on feeding the vulnerable and the less privileged children, having in mind that others carrying out charity works sometimes get that into education, and others get that into ensuring that the younger members of the society go into skills acquisition. So why are you focusing on giving the children something to eat?
Today is Children's Day, a commemorative day for children, and in line with the Geneva Proclamation that a day should be set aside where children can be celebrated. A day should be set aside where we can raise awareness for children's rights, awareness for the challenges children are going through, raise awareness for what the government should also do to alleviate what the children are going through. In line, I can tell you that in Nigeria there are over 10 million out-of-school children and almost about 15 million children living on the streets. And then with today being Children's Day, we decided that we would use this opportunity to further amplify the challenges that children are indeed facing, challenges of lack of access to education, challenges of child labor, challenges of exposing these kids to violence. So we are drumming this, and NTA has been at the forefront trying to also take this plight of the children, trying to also raise this awareness so that they can start beaming the light on children.
That's very profound. What could have made you want to do this in times where people are complaining of the economic situation and all of that? Here you are cooking for people free of charge. What would have made you to do this?
The love, our passion for humanity.
Alright, so this is motivated by pure passion, not necessarily by the financial gains that will come your way.
Yes, absolutely, because if you look at what they say, children are actually the bedrock of the society, and we know the nutritional value. If you don't feed a child well, it will indeed affect the child's cognitive ability. So we just took it upon ourselves to see how we can contribute our own quarter to the society, a society that has given us life, given us protection, and then we say, okay, what best can we also do to give back to the society? And we say, okay, fine, the best foundation is to start through the children, feed a child, and then give a child hope for tomorrow.
Alright, yes indeed, because hunger can cause children to do a lot of things. So let's start by feeding them first. There's a popular adage that says that a hungry person will not hear the word of God. So if we want to change the society, I think we should start feeding them, and that's a very profound thing that the organization is doing.
Baptist Amah Foundation, please let's appreciate them. Please, as we proceed, I'd like to invite Shanice Esan. He is Senior Managing Partner, Baptist Amah Foundation, to the microphone.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to maintain the existing protocol. To start like this, they say children are the bedrock of the society or any nation, and that education is indeed an equalizer of opportunities. Baptist Amah Foundation of giving back to the society. Today is a commemorative day for children, in line with the Geneva Proclamation, that a day like this should be set aside to celebrate children, to raise awareness to the challenges children are going through, raise awareness to the plight of the children, raise awareness to the fact that the children need a mentorship, they need a guidance. But I'm going to be brief because I'm told my time is very short. So in line with our mantra to feed and give hope to the needy.
The first position junior category. International Nursery Primary School. Mr. Shanice Esan, Senior Managing Partner, Baptist Amah Foundation. Please, let's encourage him.
And that's me there giving an award to the winner of that competition in the junior category.
Now, let's talk about sponsorship for generally your programs. So you have government sponsors. Are they? Is there a well you draw from? Whenever you cook, you're talking about cooking for over 300,000 people. Where are you drawing money from?
At the moment, we don't have any government sponsorship.
Okay.
Yes, so individual. The sponsorship comes from individual. So that's just for now.
Okay.
We are looking for government sponsorship. We are looking at people supporting our mission to feed children, to feed the underprivileged children. So we need both. We need sponsorship from government, international NGOs, individuals, and also companies as well.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I can just
Yes,
let
sir.
me just
Yes,
say, of course we don't have sponsorship, just like you said, from government. So it's just from spirited Nigerians and those who appreciate what we do, because as you touch lives, as you begin to cater for these underprivileged people, some people get touched in that process and they want to be part of it, and then that's where we get donations from them. Some of them come to partner with us, but of course when we have a vision, a broader vision to feed 1 million people, 1 million children, and of course you should know that that is very vast. So we need all the sponsorship, all the support that we can muster, and that's why we are collaborating with you to see how you can project us, and then see how government can also come in, international NGOs can also come in.
All right. Let's talk about the project that you have for January 2026.
I'm going to open a charity kitchen.
Okay.
So
what's the idea of the charity kitchen?
A way of giving back to the society. A charity kitchen, a place where underprivileged children can walk in to have at least 2 square meals every single day of their life.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge.
We are looking at widows, physically challenged people. We are trying to give back to the society to help make Nigeria to be a better place.
You talked about giving children in vulnerable groups at least 2 meals every day.
Yes.
For how long?
No, we don't have any limit.
Okay, so it's just going to be a continuous thing.
It's going to be a continual process.
Okay, that's quite vast. Are you not scared?
Well, of course, when we're talking here, we said that's one of the reasons we're here, is to also to canvass for sponsorship, because of this broad vision that we have to set up a charity kitchen. And the charity kitchen is not just in Akwa Ibom State, and we want to replicate, although Akwa Ibom State is going to be the pilot scheme. We want to replicate that in the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, the south and southeast, southwest, and north central, northeast, and northwest. That's what we intend to do. Now, of course, just like you say, it's very vast. We need some sponsorship for us to be able to propagate this.
13 million living on the street, struggling to survive, 10 million out of school children. These are not mere statistics. This is real. Remember, if a society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. We have millions out of school children and millions living on the street struggling to survive, and we go to bed and sleep with our 2 eyes closed, and we are not scared. A neglected child today is a time bomb waiting to happen tomorrow. So let's save a child today. Key into her humanitarian service by sponsoring a meal today. Contact Baptist Amah Foundation. All the details are below this video. Thank you.